welcome back to the KnowsBall YouTube channel. Today we're going to start a new 2K series. If you watch my first 2K series, it was me doing like a 60 plus year 2K sim. This we're still doing the My League thing, but basically I'm going to play every game of the season. They are going to be shorter games. They are going to be whatever. We'll get to that. But before we get to that, we got to get who's our player? Who's our player for today? And today I picked one of the best dunks that I really wish counted, and I almost counted because this player still went for the block, but the whistle blew right as he went to go and do it. I'm sorry, Vic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you got dunked on. It sure maybe it might not count technically, but that was an insane dunk. So John Morant is our player for of the wall today. But let's get into this real quick. So basically, I'm going to play. The team I'm going to use is a team that just won their first championship, and they're getting clowned for it. I'm using the Charlotte Hornets. Okay. 8-minute quarters. I'm going to have this normalized sim minutes on. Obviously, you're not going to see every possession of each game. I'm probably going to have I'm probably normally going to do 2 games per episode. This first episode, I either might do 0 or I might only do 1 because we're going to draft. We're doing a fantasy draft. I'm going to use the Hornets. I want to show the draft order is off. So whatever pick I get is the pick I get. I'm not changing anything like that. I am, though, going to turn off team chemistry because we are going to be drafting. Whatever that can stay the same. I'm turning off the restrictions like I do every restriction except for financial injuries. Ooh, do we want to have injuries on? I think we do. We're gonna keep injuries on. Obviously, career-ending injuries don't happen like that, so I'm gonna put this down. And yeah, everything is the same, but we're starting from this screen because I want you guys to see again. No, don't have draft order on. Whatever pick I get is the pick I get. We could either get number 30, we could get number 1, we could get number 15, or anything in between. I'm using the 2024-2025 roster, so technically the rookies that just got drafted, like Cooper Flag, blah blah blah, aren't in the game. But if we do multiple years, which I don't know if we will, because it's going to take us tons of time to get here. If I'm only doing 2 episodes or 2 games per episode, they will be the incoming draft class. But let's get to our draft. We are picking the Charlotte Hornets. You guys saw I did not do anything. Charlotte is who we're picking. We don't have a top 10 pick. We've got like 19. I just saw it down there. So all these guys are off the board. So we could get our player, which I wouldn't be opposed to if we're playing, because I'm not a perfect shooter. I probably will be using real player percentage during this series, so my garbageness will not impact the actual players. So Ja's a good option. He's also signed. He's also not the most expensive guy here, like a Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen Brown would be good too. But some of these guys are older. So I'm debating between Ja, Jaylen Brown, or Trae Young. Jaren, I'm not going to, because I want to have a sort of like, I want to be like the star. I feel like Jaren's a guy I would want as a number 2, not as a number 1. I mean, there's like Devin Booker down there, but I think you get too low down there. I think we can really do some damage with John Morant. So that is who is going to be our first pick. Now our second pick is going to come a little bit sooner. It's going to be the 11th pick. And who do we want to put? A lot of guards up top, right? So I'm not even going to think about any of these guys. Tyler Hero but I'm not, none of these small point guards, none of them. Not even LaMelo. Sabonis is not my style of center by any means. Tyrese Maxey, another small point guard. Derek White would be a perfect guy to put alongside him. There's like Jared Allen if we want to get a center, but again, I can find a center that I like, that's not as high overall that I could still do damage with. Like I could do damage with Daniel Gafford as an 83. I could do damage with some Claxton, something like that. So the center is who I'm not really worried about. Derek, I don't love the position we're in. Derek White is paid a lot of money. I don't actually know if we can see his contract. We can't. Okay, so Derek White's paid a lot of money. But I don't love our other options here. Is there like a really young guy we want to invest in early? Like what is so Castle's an 84, but him alongside Ja as our 1-2. Neither of them are amazing shooters, even though I am a huge Castle guy, of course. Yeah, I don't think the young guys is something we do right now. I think we just go talent. I think I just got to get Derek White because the things that he will be able to do, he can guard 1 through 3. So I'm picking. So we've got both our guards. So next we need to go forward / big. Man, Rudy. I don't know if I've ever really played with Rudy, especially not in this cycle of like 2K25. John Collins would be perfect as my like a 4 or 5. Josh Hart wouldn't be bad, but again, ooh, do we like Markkanen? But he's paid so much. I can't do that. John Collins has a player option. Josh Hart's has 3 years. Nothing really too low or that I want. I can make. Are there centers that can really stretch the floor down here? Because I don't know how much I believe in John Collins 3-ball. I mean, he shot 37% in the 2024 season. He's been very wishy-washy throughout his career, like 34, then you got 40, 40, 36, 29. John Collins, athletic alongside Ja, can be a lob threat. Or Josh Hart, who's kind of a dirty work guy. I'm going to pick John Collins. Again, we might do a couple trades, but I don't want to draft this team and then completely flip it 180 on its head. So we'll see. Cam Johnson can shoot. Hartenstein, his best attributes are rebounding, post defense, inside scoring. Makes sense. Is this where I take my center, or do I think I can get like a Claxton? Can I get Rob Williams? Can I get a Kalel Ware at some point? I think we can. So what are our options? We got Cam Johnson, CJ. Although I'm not in love with a lot of my options here. Again, are there any like really youngins that have high overall? Like, I guess it's Kalel Ware. Do we take a young guy in Kalel Ware now? Because what overalls are left? I think we might. But there's also so many other options to where I don't know if I have to do that yet, but he's also super young. I'm building a team that I think I would be able to use and be good with. I think Kalel Ware does that because I'm not in love with these other options right now. So I think I'm going to go Kalel Ware because it gives him opportunity to grow. He's young, so if he doesn't stick around, then he's obviously will be enticing as a trade piece. We might have picked him a little early, but we saw a guy and we wanted him. So we took it. So we need a 3. We like unless we're just going to go right towards bench pieces. Unless we're just going to go right towards the bench guys. Like, do we just throw Clay at the 3? But I think we can get Clay. Like, look how far down he is. I think we might be able to get Clay. So, like, let's go for an off the bench kind of guy. Maybe like, or maybe we take another center. So, like, our centers can split minutes. Khalil Ware would probably start, but Claxton would probably be our 6th man, $28 million a year. I don't hate it. But we also have John Collins who can play as a backup 5. So we've got a bunch of options here. I don't obviously not taking Beal. I'm not taking Quickly. Poole still 30 million. Anthony Simons. I think let's go Clax, I guess. We're gonna go Claxton. We'll get another center. And then this is where we kind of gotta find. Did Clay get taken? I wasn't even paying attention. I think he did. Did he? He did. He got picked right before us. That's unfortunate. And there's not even a lot of 3 options left. This team's not great. I'm definitely gonna need to make some moves. Like, what are the best 3 options? Like, yeah, I am not feeling these. So maybe we go like, man, I'm not feeling any of those. Like, do we think G.G. Jackson could be a guy, like a good scoring guy? Averaged 14 in 2024, didn't play a lot in 2025. I think we can make that work. Either he stays or he gets traded. Let's see, though. Now are some other options. So Yabu. Trey Jones wouldn't be a bad backup. So I think that's where we're going to go. 6'1". He's another small point guard, but all of these options for point guard are. But we can make Trey Jones work. Again, we've got Ja, we got Derek White. We don't need a ton of things. Derek Jones Jr. would be a good guy, a good wing to get. Smart as well. Smart and Derek White reunion. I think we're going to go Derek Jones. If Smart's there, maybe later on, then we can get him, but I doubt he'll make it to us. Yeah, like I think he just got picked, right? Oh, no. Maybe he didn't. No, he's actually still there. Do we think we can rejuvenate Marcus Smart? There's Lonzo. I'm worried about the Lonzo injury bug, though, because we did keep injury on. I think we'll take Smart, another little Celtic biased, but it's okay. This is the 10th round. Let's see. All right, so can we see who we've drafted? I don't think we can't. So like Ja, Derek White, G.G. Jackson, Collins, Khalil Ware, Claxton, Derek Jones, Trey Jones, Smart. So honestly, we've got a little bit of versatility here. Like we could get Kelly Olynyk, who could play some minutes for us. He's a guy that can spread the floor. Ben Simmons is a guy, but he makes $40 million. Kelly Olynyk's not bad. I think here we might steer towards like some young talent. Let's see. We've got. I mean, Ben Simmons is still there, but again, he makes so much money. Although he would be an expiring. He'd be an interesting piece to put in because. Am I about to? Okay, hold on. Before I do that, let's see what any young talent left. So like Nikola Topic, um, Reed Shepard. We could use a big guard like a Ben Simmons. That's the crazy thing. But we've got a team of John Collins. Uh we don't have a great shooting though, so although I guess we got Derek Jones, John Collins, Derek White, Trey Jones. We've got shooters. Ben Simmons might just be a guy that we can throw in it. He can literally play whatever position we want. He's an expiring deal, so I don't mind that. Um, Larry Nance is another positional versatility type of guy. I would take Duncan, but he's on a 2-year deal. So I'm going to take Larry Nance, who's cheaper. Maybe we get one more like straight up shooter. Like I just saw Sam Morril got taken. Bruce Brown's another 1 year. This team's probably going to be expensive, but like, do we just get Seth Curry? So if we need to put in a 3-point shooting lineup, we can do it. Why not? Why not? This is our last pick, and I am gonna go. I'm gonna go young. Leonard Miller's a guy that like he's one of those G League guys. I hope really materializes. Same with Jordan Walsh. Um, Bronny. Do we want to try and develop Bronny? Although behind Marcus Smart, we could do that. Why not? For jokes, it's our 14th pick. I don't mind having a little bit of Bronny. Hey, Derrick Rose got picked up. All right, exit the draft. Let's kind of see what we've got. Obviously, we know we can load in this draft class. So as of now, this is how we're looking. So we got Derek White. I probably would just have GG Jackson, but they don't actually even have him in the rotation. Ben Simmons isn't going to be a guy that plays, like, isn't a guaranteed spot in there. I also would probably have Khalil Ware starting. Derek Jones would get. I mean, again, we might make trades, so this literally might not do a thing at all, like anything. Smart, I gotta change to a 2. Um, just so we can get some Trey Jones minutes. So let me do that, and I'm gonna look at some trades, and I'll come back if I find anything. So there's this. We're gonna treat this like the off season to where like we could trade for Kuzma and he can be flipped because we might literally use this package and just flip it. The idea of Claxton was to have him off the bench, but I realized he's making almost $30 million and he's gonna be our backup. I think we can find someone cheaper who can do that. And Gigi wasn't a certified plan anyways. Now Kuzma is 100% not a thing that is going to stay here. So I think like putting him and maybe Kelly Olynyk because I'm a little bit more of a fan of Larry Nance, and then we flip that. What was that pick? Was that a Nets pick? I think that was the Nets pick right back in there. Like I really think we can get another guy. Like I don't know who the guy is, but I we need another guy. Like this trade popped up earlier, Gafford and Clay. I don't think we're gonna do any of those. All right, we're gonna shoot for the stars, man. With these couple picks, we're gonna try for Embiid first. They're also Jaren, but I didn't want to pair up John Jaren again. So Joel Embiid plays for the Magic. Embiid's another guy that I feel like I just don't normally have. We're gonna try reverse trade finder. They don't want anything, so we're gonna call their phone. Both these guys are on rebuilding teams. They're not on their trade block by any means, but I figured that you can try. This would result in us having to give up Khalil Ware, 46 million. And you know who gets that? Ben Simmons. I understand that that's not as valuable as you'd like. I would also give you Kelly Olynyk. I don't know if you would really want him, but I would give you him. Well, you give us back Lindy Waters. Then we pile in. I always forget to turn off the pre-traded picks or whatever. Um, honestly, again, I would give up our pick. And do we have another really is our next year's valuable? I think we're close. And I maybe it's not us giving up Kelly Olynyk, it's us giving up Kuzma. And again, we can go and get someone that can replace Kuzma, but no, they're not budging. And I'm not giving up any of the top 3. I guess if they want Derek Jones, they can. No. I think we're close. We might need to sign some players because I'm getting offered amazing picks when I'm trying to look for players, but those are 2 good first round picks that I have to take. Even though we are kind of falling short on players because I keep doing that. So we might need to will Eric Gordon come hoop for us? Okay, he will. Come hoop in general. Yeah, he's not necessarily going to hoop for us. You don't want a job, of course you don't. Batum does. There we go. All right, let me try this Embiid stuff again. And we're gonna trade for Isaiah Collier and Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac might stay around, but Collier is another young player. So now let's really go and do this. Let's go to the Magic because I think we can actually get there now. So we give up again. Ben Simmons got to be a part of this. Trade exception, get out here because you're going to take up one of my slots. We dump off Isaiah Collier, not very valuable to them. So that means give up Khalil Ware as well. Oops, not Tyler Hero. I'm not taking Tyler Hero from you. Lindy Waters. And now are the picks better that we have? Let's see. So we've got the Nets pick. I think they're going to bite. Their rebuilding team. Look at both those picks. And we throw in our 2026 pick. Nothing? Do you want this year's instead? That's crazy. Is Isaiah Collier just not who we think he is? Do they rather trade Jones? Not really. Do they rather Derek Jones? Maybe a little. Again, it might be a lot, but and it's done. Okay. So we got Joel Embiid on the team. We gave up some rotational guys. We have Lindy Waters starting for us right now, which isn't going to cut it. So I think we just find a starting small forward. I think we're good. Again, we use Isaiah Collier and probably Jonathan Isaac. And we use lottery protected Heat first round pick because we don't really care about anything that's lottery protected. Doesn't have to be anything insane. We've got our scoring. We've got Derek White. We got John Collins. So I don't mind if this guy's more of a defensive thing. But when you show me Klay Thompson, I might not have a choice. Oh, Draymond, Devin Vassell, but that's 2 first. DiVincenzo. Maybe we're not done if we've still got because we still got picks. Herb Jones. You got me picking between Herb Jones and Klay Thompson. I think I have to go Klay. But all right. We got Io in that trade, who again isn't a player that I typically like in 2K, so I'm not gonna do it. We didn't trade Bronny, right? Okay, no. And let's throw Trey Jones. If Clay Thompson, or not Clay Thompson, who was if Herb Jones pops up, we're not gonna have a choice. I'm gonna see without the first round pick. We're not gonna get to a game today. But the next episode we probably will. Give me Clay. Come on. I think I gotta find Clay. Because I think is just something we could really use. Clay is on or no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean Clay. I meant Herb Jones. I was looking for the wrong thing. Herb Jones he's not overly expensive contract wise. He plays for the Thunder. Let's see what the trade finder looks like for him. Again, if it's like IO and something like that, I would love it. First, I would give up a first or two for Herb Jones, so we don't have to give up too many more rotational players. They don't say anything for him. I think we can get him. So we get IO. I would give you probably Trey Jones. You don't want this? All right, that makes sense. Let's see. Is there a first down here? Like our 2028. Perfect. I'm going to optimize our rotation, and that's probably where we are going to end the episode. So I wanted more of a solidified backup center than a Kelly Olynyk. Larry Nance will run our 4. We're getting a top 10 Bulls protected pick in here. We're giving away a pick, but I don't mind that. And this way, Larry Nance can play our 4 since he is a little bit smaller. And yeah, I think this is what we're going to roll with. I think I'm going to have Clay starting though. And yeah, we're going to run a 9-man rotation. Seth Curry might occasionally get some minutes, but I think that this is how we're going to go. We've got a lot of good players who can play the 2 guard. We got our 2 stars in Ja and Embiid. We got some great complementary players around him. And that's where we're going to end off this episode. So yeah, we will play a game next episode. Remember to like and comment below what player I should use for our background for each episode. Give me a moment, give me a play. If you just give me a player, I'll find a random moment. If there's a specific moment that you want in the background, like Ja dunking on Wemby. Our first episode was Tatum dunking on Braun as a rookie. I will do that, but I want to hear what you guys want behind me, and we are going to do our first game. You will probably get it tomorrow. I know my KBA series, which was the first series I did, if you watch that, I uploaded every day. This might not be a thing that gets uploaded every day because I still have other videos and stuff I want to do around the current NBA. But you're going to get this often. You're never going to go more than 2 or 3 days without having one of these. And next episode, we will play our first game.